I'll give you a bit of a chin wag to fill you in. Oh, this is gonna be lovely jubbly.
Cold through to my bones.
Oh my god, is my stream not showing up? Oh, for a second it gave me a thing where it was like, we're not receiving data from your encoder. I was like, nothing said anything. My internet didn't go bad. Yeah, it's fine. Weird. I wonder why it does that sometimes. Sometimes it'll just randomly say that. And then I'll check the live and nothing happened. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. As long as there's nothing actually happening. That's the one good thing about having my laptop now. That I wish I had back when I used to do the Fallout streams. Even though I never had anyone who would talk in chat, just to see if my stream was actually going during the few times when I was streaming. And apparently the entire stream never even started. I streamed for like 3 hours a couple times when I played Fallout. They're huge. If anyone who ever watches this watched my Fallout series, you'd know I ran into so many technical difficulties with my stream back then for whatever reason. I still do, but there was a period of like 2 to 3 weeks where I could not stream at all. Every single time I tried to start the stream, it'd say an error occurred. I tried unlinking my accounts, relinking my accounts, restarting my PlayStation 4, completely deleting the account, re-downloading my account and all of its information and everything like that. It just did not work. And then randomly, like almost a month went by of no streams. I came back, tried to stream, worked fine, never had a problem until recently. But every single time, all I do is I just wait 5 minutes and then it seems to work. Either that or I close the game and reopen the game, and for whatever reason that seems to work as well. I think it's just something to do with the encoder not loading properly or whatever. Their internal capture card, I guess is what you call it. Why are there so many of these guys?
I can take anything.
So many of them. The only reason I'm going on feet is for the XPs, if you're wondering. I get literally no XP in this area otherwise. And it honestly does not take much longer to run around in this game.
Shield, energize. Impressive.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Nope. I'm dead now, though. This is the pre-sequel. A level 72 in what? In Borderlands 2, yeah. In this game, the max level isn't 72, it's 70. You get your action skill at level 3. They basically just cut 2 levels out of the equation. That, and it takes less points to get farther down the skill tree than it does. This game has a lot more 1 point to go down an entire layer in the skill tree than the other game does. Borderlands 2, you can't get all 3 of the bottom abilities on a single character. In this game, you can. You can get all the abilities. It's not necessarily a good build. Normally, it's better to dump a lot more points into one over the other, obviously, if you're doing a specific build, but when you're playing like Handsome Jack, for example, Handsome Jack, you can just get all 3 of everything, and it's super good, because all of his skill trees do nothing but benefit him. Also, hello, Dominic. Sorry, I'm not playing Borderlands 2. I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like this game. But then again, I don't play these games for the end game. So. Just clear out my inventory a bit.
Your guts, my guts.
That's right where my flipping map was meant to be. Ask that dodgy-looking geezer about it.
I'm only trying to kill
Timber
you.
logwood.
You're after the mountain
Wow,
burial,
never noticed
aren't
that name before.
you? Well, I dug it up, took a look, then flushed that load of Kragan manure down the dunny.
Don't worry. I did the moon a favour.
You flushed the map down the loo? I ain't giving up. It'll end up at the research facility garbage dump nearby. If you get your skates on, maybe you can find it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Just think of the riches if it does lead somewhere. Updating your echo now. Treasure map? Keep digging. That ain't no use to us. Looks like we've got to bend our back some. Not afraid of a bit of hard work now, are we? That don't sound so good.
Wait a second, why is there a thresher on the moon?
Shatter that enemy.
Why is there multiple threshers on the moon? Why is there a thresher on the space station? And why is it always the same thresher? Look at that.
Out of here.
Get in there, my son. We've got a treasure map. When the coordinates hit your echo, we're good as gold. X marks the spot, doesn't it? Gold jewels, loads of bling. We're gonna be minted.
No more slip-ups losing the location of my treasure trove. I marked it with an X on my treasure map. Really hope no one else finds it. That would ruin everything.
Maybe old Rabbit Adams wasn't the Jimmy Dig face they say he was. I reckon getting off Elpis before the cracking was smart. That was a frightening time, that was. Whole moon coming apart like a rotten egg. Everyone lost someone, including me.
Hey.
Whoa. I'm gonna super smash bro me, dude.
Better and better.
I've got my ledge game on lockdown. Alright, so now roid shields are going to be useless to me. Wolf-chan, this is the 4th stream you've came and asked me if I have an Xbox One. No, I don't. Sorry, dude.
Yeehaw!
Hey, is that it? A heap of rocks? Oh, I get it. We gotta go through them. I know. I bet there's some bang sticks at the Hydro What's-It station. A nifty bit of fingersmithing there, and we could be back here in a jiffy.
Watch it, idiot! Cold. Go to my bones.
Damn it, I don't think you can get over that. Yeah, if only it was less annoying to get a flame with a firehawk. Or a fibber, or something like that. Those are things I probably will have people do for me. If people do ever come by asking to dupe again for that game. There's certain things I will accept. Things like pimpernels, sandhawks, and shit like that. Just because quest rewards are the most annoying fucking thing to farm on console. Because you have to close application every single time. And I don't think that's exactly healthy for your game. Or your save file. Although I've never had problems with it. Hey there, Gina.
I'm dry. I need ammo.
God damn it, I suck. What was that shot? Storm class mod.
One day, my dog got bit by a frenzy crutch hiding in the tall grass. Eyes went red, lips went blue. Acted normal otherwise, though. I thought maybe she was immune. Maybe I caught a break.
I knew they were in that building. I couldn't
Let's do
remember.
some renovating.
The pre-sequel? Yeah. I play it whenever I get tired of how hard Borderlands 2 is. Because this game's actually balanced. It's still hard in UVHM, it's just not, oh, you're forced to use this subset of weapons type of bullshit. I mean, you can, and you can be super OP when you do it, but you don't really need it.
This is it. Time for the big payoff. Open her up.
I don't even know who Izzy Ghost is, but you don't have to do that, dude. I'd bore most people to death because I don't talk enough.
This is gonna be the start of something beautiful. Moonstones? Do you think there'll be moonstones?
The only time I talk is when
Millions of them. Wonder what the city
either
looks
I'm
like.
raging or I'm responding to what people are saying.
I don't mind telling you, I'm gutted. Right
I'm not a
down
good
to the
commentator.
nails. There must be something
Just
under
getting
this
this here
dust.
loot here, right here.
She's coming back for me. She's coming back. Go away. I don't fight imaginary people. This isn't your home. It's mine. I don't know. Something. Alone since this moon was blown apart. They think I left, but I came here instead. Gathered everything on the whole moon that's precious to me. Me. Called me mad, they did. But I'm the one still alive, and I'm the one all the cool imaginary people want to hang out with. She came again last night, scratching at my ears. Let me in, she said. Go away, I said. I don't talk to
Is that
imaginary
true
people.
for all of them? I thought that was only for the armored ones. Like surveyors and stuff like that. I didn't think that applied to normal Digistruct enemies. If that's the case, then I probably need to get myself a Hornet.
My brain is wants me to go mad, but I'm not gonna do that. Am I, Eliza?
Eliza? That's an unusual name round here. Take a look around the other room. There's bound to be something worth snuffling. Keep whatever you find. I'm feeling generous. Wasn't quite the treasure trove I had in mind. Still, come back and we'll get you paid up.
Sorry, I walked away from that. I view a lot of random streamers myself. How high does this blast you again? Alright, I think I can work with that. I think I might be able to work with that. I don't know how vertical grenade throwing works in this game. Do grenades come back down eventually? Oh yes, they do. They just take until they explode to do so. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Didn't work. I was close to making it work, but I didn't. Damn you! Bastard! Bastard! Turn into Easy Pete. Bastard. Why didn't he have a new U station in there? Was he just infinitely respawning and starving to death? Because I wonder how the new U station works. Does it put you how you were before you were alive, or if you were at the point of starvation, does it just leave you dead? Because if it, like, revived you, you'd still be starving and still probably die from starvation immediately. That's a tricky one. Do you always revive with full hunger? Because then there'd probably be people who'd just be like, ah, fuck it, I'll just die. Fuck eating today. I'll just die and come back tomorrow. With full hunger. Like it's Minecraft or something.
Enjoy that? Ah, refreshing.
Whoa, why are you going so fast there, cowboy? Oh, well, that's a big no-no right there. What pistol? You mean the Zarbadon pistol? You get it from doing the quest after you yank the AI out of the Drakensberg. There's a quest that appears on like a desk, and you can pick it up, but only after you complete the thing I'm talking about. You have to yank her first. Yank the AI, Felicity. It's not that worth it, to be honest. This pistol isn't even that good. It's just cool because it shoots bullets. You're better off going for the gun that you get from doing the Holodome. I can't remember its name. It's a Hyperion pistol that shoots laser rounds, and it's a lot, well, it shoots any elemental laser rounds. It's not specific to electricity like this gun is. This gun you can only get in shock. You can't get it in any other element. Whereas the taser, that's what it's called. The taser comes in all the elements, I think. I've had it in shock and cryo, so I know it comes in that much. But yeah, I mean, it's not that great. Mostly just because not a lot of things are weak to shock. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm killing all these things. I'm positive that you can get up there. I swear I've done it before. Not by doing that, though. That was terrible. You're bad, kid. Get good. That was way too much forward momentum and not enough. Alright. I think we need to do it from back here a little bit. I am so bad at this. In the pre-sequel, it's so hard to grenade jump after you've been grenade jumping in Borderlands 2 for so long. Well, I'm dead again. Oh my god. Nope. People don't think the pre-sequel sucks. People just don't like it because a lot of its legendaries are hidden underneath the grinder system. They aren't available from any loot source other than the grinder. I don't even think some of them can drop in chests, just the grinder, which is what a lot of people hate the most, if I was to guess what people hate. What even is that supposed to be? It's an abysm. That's what it is. That's what it's meant to be. Something so fucked up you don't even know what it is. Oops.
I'm nearly frozen.
I mean, I like the pre-sequel. I feel it doesn't have as many hodgepodged third-party DLCs in it, which don't actually grant the game any decent or meaningful content. Waddle Gobbler. The only, like, small DLC that was ever worth anything in the Borderlands 2 was the, what the hell is it called? I keep wanting to say Headhunter, but that's not. The Mercenary Day one. The Christmas-themed one. That one's worth it because it has the big loot chest and stuff like that and shit. But that's pretty much it. Like the amount of actual content in that DLC is a joke. It's one mission, and when you complete that mission, it's a boss. It has less content. For a holiday that is bigger than Halloween, it has less content than the Halloween DLC in terms of the map and the area and stuff like that. It's small. It's fucking tiny. And if it wasn't for the fact that it gives a lot of loot, I don't think people would have the same perspective of it. I think they'd just think of it as that shitty, like,
So, there I was, thinking I'm all alone after the crack.
another just shitty, mediocre holiday-themed DLC.
Blurts out my sister's name.
The game has 6 of them,
Seems she ain't. There is.
and they're all
She's
just,
right soft
eh.
touch, and I don't think she'll be able to last long out here without
They're not
my
something
help.
you go and brag
I'm
about,
uploading
though.
your echo with the last place you were seen.
About this
according to my
amazing
sources.
DLC you got in this game. No. Sadly, that's not Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 does have some amazing DLCs, but they're all the ones that are made by the company that should have made them in the fucking damn first place. So, I always have, I guess you'd say, a negative perspective in that manner. I have a negative perspective on a lot of things, though, so doesn't really mean much. Oh yeah, that's right. This doesn't have the red symbol in this game. The red X. Shade's one of my favorite characters. In terms of non-playable characters, he's definitely, like, one of my favorites. Some people will probably think that's weird, but I just think he's a good idea of a character. What the fuck is going on here?
Please don't let that be a...
So, yeah, see that? Giant laser trying to smash the moon to pieces? Got a thought there.
Why is it not attacking me?
Freeze them.
I assure you, sir, there ain't a better quality vapor compressor this side of Concordia for the price.
Are you sure it'll work with my buggy? It sure doesn't look rated for high pressure.
Yes, sir. Certainly it will. It's the very same unit you need, just rebadged by local merchants to deceive honest customers such as your good self. My price simply cuts out their inflated profit margin.
You got yourself a deal, young lady.
A pleasure doing business with you, sir. I'll leave you to install it then. I have an urgent appointment at Lonely Junction.
Thanks again. Sweet but dumb. I'll run her over in a sec and take back my money as soon as I've installed this shiny new vapor compressor.
No. I wouldn't want Shade as a playable character. What would his specialty even be?
That's Eliza. Oh, she
He'd be
sounds
like a
weird,
bard
of course.
in D&D.
Main
He'd
thing
just
is she's
talk to the
alive,
enemy.
but can't have known how close
He
she
could
got
be
to
a
being
buff
horribly
character.
murdered.
An
Good thing
AoE
that
buff
compressor
character.
function. If you hurry, maybe you can catch up with her at Lunar Junction.
Sort of like Claptrap was for this. Too bad Shade is technically dead in Borderlands. Depending on how your story went in Tales from the Borderlands, Shade is dead. Thirst.
This station hasn't been fully operational.
He's flipping hysterical. Give him a slap. That should calm him down.
What? Oh, he's out here.
Thanks. I needed that. The pretty little rat flags me down, says she needs help carrying a load of moonstones. Soon as I get out, she jumps in and takes off in my flame chariot. Sure, I was about to rob her blind, but
What
that's
is
it.
Bullet?
Honest, I wasn't
How
gonna
does Bullet
strangle
work?
her. Still,
What
my
it-
chariot's got a
how is that
trick.
even a-
And she's in for one hell of a surprise when I catch up with her. I can tell you. Strangle.
Eliza nicked this geezer's wheels. Good on
What
her.
is bullet physics?
Find out that tracker's frequency. No one's finding my big sis but me.
It's not necessarily that I have a long delay, it just takes me a while to read a message. Because my delay is only like 15 seconds at most. It's just, like I tell most people, I have to like turn my head like almost 90 degrees to the
No
left.
bloody way on Elpis, I'm telling you that. No, 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 no way. No. Strangle.
I can't just like see when someone puts a new message in out of my peripherals that well.
Strangly hands. Strangle, strangle, strangle. Channel 27.
Channel 27.
Nice work. He was a right dodgy nutter. Right, tuning into channel 27 now and updating your echo.
I've been thinking, now I'm free of him. The future's so iridescently bright. A new life betokens a new name. Felicity. It means happiness. From now on, I'm Felicity.
Sure, Felicity.
Yeah, the Mega Nade is really good. Damn, that's a long burst. 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 Sweat. How's that for old YouTube memes? KYS. You're stale, kid. Go become a toasty cracker.
Okay, plug me in. I'll call the train. It might take time.
Talking about myself, by the way. Just in case. I wasn't being clear with that.
And get things moving ASAP. We need mucho robot bodies if we're gonna retake Helios and save the day and stuff. Capiche?
My commentary is like 75% self-deprecation. and then 25% self-defecation. Because I'm shit.
Challenge. It's sweet
Such
they
a
call me
comedian.
that.
Oh wow, I think that's the most maelstrom stacks I've ever had. I'm not a nice person. If you think I'm nice now, just wait. You'll eventually see when I'm not nice. You can say I try to be nice. But my salt generally makes it hard to be a nice person most of the time. I can't. You want to know something I can't wait for, which isn't coming out for a long ass time, but I still can't wait for it, is a fucking Monster Hunter game on PlayStation 4. I mean, it's coming to PC too, but I'm just glad that there's a fucking Monster Hunter game that's not on a goddamn Nintendo console for once. I played the first one on PlayStation 2 and then never got to play any of the ones after it that actually got better because the first one didn't control that well. Even the later ones still apparently don't control that great, but I mean, at least manual aiming improved a little bit over the years. But you still get locked into like positional animations in like Monster Hunter 4 and stuff like that, where it's like if you were facing this way and you started attacking, you'd be stuck that direction for your entire attack chain unless you stopped attacking. Because I always like to use the swords. Just a very simple man. I mean, Borderlands 3 is one thing, but I feel like people won't realize what they've already burned themselves out on. A lot of people play this game mostly for a loot collection simulator. That's what I feel like anyways. And I feel like Borderlands 3 won't be as centered around that.
They're orphans, just like me.
Just because, at least, and this is just my own speculations, there's nothing I have to back this up besides just the small little things that they've shown about it already, is that it looks like they're going to be trying to recreate the same vibe that they created in Borderlands 1. That's not saying we won't get other types of environments. It's just if they're going to be redoing most of their texture scheming, because they've generally used the same style of this, like, texturing for ages, so... And I don't mean the cell shading. I mean the cell shading is a given. I just mean the way the worlds are detailed and stuff like that.
Sounds like she's heading to the Crisis Scar comm tower. Updating your echo now.
Like, I still don't think we'll get, like, very lush environments. I still think it'll be very minimalist in terms of actual, like, ground detail and clutter and stuff like that. More focus on the new texturing system that they keep announcing. So I don't see it being a huge game. But that's just my opinion. Because, I mean, Randy Pitchford hasn't exactly been showing that he knows his ropes anymore. Same thing with just their development team in general. They're pretty pitiful as of recently. Gearboxes. I mean, they do good work, it's just not in the right place. I mean, you can say your, like, dev team is burnt out on creating one type of game, but you can't sit there and go like, we have a successful franchise that if we kept updating, people would literally have played it like it's an MMO for years. Like, non-stop. If it, even just small updates and tweaks, just redoing stuff that they've done or anything like that. Hire interns or smaller dev workers, whatever. Like, there's DLC that never got completed for this game because they shut down 2K Australia, and Gearbox was like, nah dude, we don't want to finish that. Nah dude. It's not like we couldn't finish that. We don't know how to do game development anymore. We forgot. It's a lot of things right now. Randy Pitchford is one of the main issues with Gearbox. And I'm not trying to just say that in a joking manner. I mean that in a serious manner because he's not reliable. He's not a reliable developer. He's not a reliable person to be directing something like this, where people will be so heavily judgmental of it when it comes out. If it's not the way that people want it to be, if it's not the Borderlands that they want, people will be fucking, like, livid. And by that I mean, again, loot collection simulator with farmable enemies. That's the only thing they need to do right. It could be small, but as long as it has those things, people will still stay interested until they collect perfect stuff. If there even is that. Because again, if they're smart, they're not going to be using the same guns and parts that they're using now. They're going to redesign them like they did from 1 to 2. Just remember that Randy Pitchford almost made it so like cryo wasn't going to be an element, because he said that was a dumb choice, but the only reason that it was acceptable was because it's in space and it's already cold. Even though there's people walking around with their skin exposed. I don't know, Gearbox needs to do a lot right to make Borderlands 3 work. And it's going to take a lot of development time if they want to do it the way people want it, where it's like, oh, Tiny Tina is a playable vault hunter, or you get to go in between different planets with different vaults, and like all this speculation, I'm hearing people hype the game up to the sky like it's going to be No Man's Sky level of hype, sort of thing. It's like, you gotta settle down there, dude. It's fucking Gearbox. They don't take their time with anything. They'll put a piece of shit out. They'll hate their own successful franchises so much as to give a third-party developer their job and develop DLC for their game so they could work on Battleborn, which that turned out great, didn't it? They're probably wishing they had actually put their fucking money in the right places. What a fucking waste of money that game was. I never bought it. I'm just saying on the company's part, that game was the biggest waste of money they ever did. Next to Aliens, Colonial Marines. It's a fucking joke. It's a tragedy. That company is a train wreck recently. So the fact that people are expecting this like super hype, I don't know. I always have my doubts. I'm always more of a cynic when it comes to developers and video games nowadays, because I generally feel like video games now are more unfinished and leave more to be desired for that reason. Video games feel less video gamey, and where they do feel video gamey is always in the wrong places, which is why I feel like a lot more people rage nowadays than most people probably used to. I mean, people always rage at video games. No one likes dying in a video game. No one likes losing in a board game, even. But it's like, it's super escalated in recent years with gaming, just due to the way that stuff is developed. So many things could be done better. And the excuse that people will use constantly to defend the developers is, well, if you have such an easier way to do it, why don't you make a game? And it's like, I would love to if I had millions of dollars in a team to actually work with and tell them what to do and where to actually put their time. More importantly, not give my game out to someone else to work on it and just hand them a pool of assets and a fucking, like, development kit. Literally anyone could have made the DLCs for Borderlands 2. Because the teams that they had do the third-party ones were very small. They weren't very big teams. Because most of it was already done for them. Everything was already pre-optimized. They didn't have to sweat it. All they had to do was upload their textures and the things that they wanted, and they just pasted it over existing models. That's why everything in most of the DLCs is just reskinned existing things. The Boroks from Hunter's Grotto are just reskinned stalkers. They have very, very similar animations, and even use and share some animations. And it's just, I don't know, it's very obvious. Like, people want to say and talk about enemy variety, but it doesn't count when you can literally see when an enemy is using the same base model as another enemy. That doesn't count in my eyes. It just doesn't. It doesn't count as a new enemy if I can tell that the animations are identical. All you did was change its model. You didn't change the enemy. It's not a new enemy. It's like in the Claptrap DLC for this game, they're the little clap dogs, and they're just reskinned skags. And there's nothing else on that. That is what they are. Their animations are the same. They do the same exact thing. They are a skag. They are not a different enemy just because they are named and modeled a different enemy. It's just like this. This is a bandit. Or I should say that's a marauder. This is the equivalent of a nomad. Like, it's the fucking same. The only difference is it's a lot easier to hit those guys than nomads. I love how they do polls on their fucking Twitter as well. That's how you know that company is actually listening to people, is because people totally care about Twitter polls and totally respond to them. Like 75% of the people that see it totally put something in there that was valuable. And most of the people who are probably like on that page aren't like hardcore Borderlands players. They aren't people like Admiral Baru or like Morning After Kill Jolts dude, anyone who has been through all the OP levels, all the content of all the games, could tell you where any gun is from any quest in any of the games, pretty much. Like, those are the people that they should be asking. Because those are the people who had a viewer following, which clearly liked the same thing, so, like, it only makes sense to copy the things that is liked. I'm not saying they should add OP levels, because, I mean, even if you ask, like, Baru and stuff like that, it's not necessarily a good thing. Having a more balanced UVHM is funner. And it's one of the reasons why I like the pre-sequel. Is just because it's more balanced. That and each of the characters are pretty unique.
Don't worry, Anna. I've got your back.
Even Wilhelm, the worst character in the game. Kill EOS on Wilhelm. Damn it.
Can't keep me down.
Oh, that's Eliza. Door. Door. Oh my god, we got his drop.
Did I hear that?
We got his drop.
Is on her way here. Cool, blimey. I'd better spruce the place up and get the kettle on. Feel free to pop back when you can.
I've never seen this item before. From the before times? No, I know. I thought I said yes. Wasn't it? Yeah, Soggy McScrooge. The McScrooge troll. Isn't that a one-time drop? Because Bruce doesn't respawn. I've never seen that before. Wait, what the hell? It's not legendary skin though. Or purple skin, it's green. So it's got green quality parts on it? That's weird. Yeah, because I'm like 100% sure Bruce does not respawn. That's one of the things that people didn't like about the pre-sequel that I was talking about, is that it's really hard to get a lot of the items in the game. You'd basically have to do this part on read only. If you're on PC anyways. Hey. Back off, mate. Alright, this is scary as shit. Why should I do that for you? I'm the one streaming. I only look up a weapon when I'm curious about what it does. The luck cannon is just a one-shot pistol that does a lot of damage. But if you get a big boost to magazine size, you can obviously make it shoot more than just the one shot. It's good on people like Handsome Jack, Nisha, obviously, because she can dual wield them and increase their magazine size. It's a really, really high critical single shot Jacobs pistol, I know that much. I've had it before. I've had it a couple times actually. If you're playing as Jack, then what you need to do is get yourself a CEO of all CEOs class mod. And make sure it gives you a bonus to absolute advantage. And then marginal benefit, if I remember right. Those are the two skills you want on it. That will give, or no, you want it to be absolute advantage and synergy. I think. Synergy is the one that gives you increased crit and gun damage in the middle tree, and then Absolute Advantage is in the far right tree, the second row from the bottom. It's on the left side, and it gives you a chance to not consume ammo after killing an enemy. But with a 6, if you get a class mod that gives you 6 points into Absolute Advantage, you will then be able to fire free shots like crazy. So what you can do then is get like a Rustler's Quad or any sort of semi-automatic weapon that does a lot of damage, like a Maggie, and you can fire like 30 to 40 shots in a clip sometimes. Because with the 6-point Absolute Advantage mod, you get a 88% chance to not consume ammo. That's a 12% chance to consume ammo. And if you don't know what that's comparable to, that's basically the same chance that Krieg has to smack himself in the face versus swing normally.
Oh, she left you a fancy one.
Oh yeah, I forgot this weapon. I love it. I completely forgot about the Boganella. This is one of my favorite weapons in the entire series.
Said it was too mouthy for her or something. Get out! Get that fucking off ya! Am I too much fucking gun for you?
I love this. I wish this gun was actually better. I'm still gonna use it. I just love this gun though.
You in the ass and the fucking I got you, Mom. Get in there.
Get in there.
Get me ready.
I cry every time. Hi, Log.
Get that fucking off ya.
Let's kill someone with it.
You cannot harm me.
Ow.
I'm back and ready for more. Boss.
That one will never get old. I know actual Australians probably think that's so fucking annoying. I love it. If I ever made a top 10 best weapons in Borderlands list, this would be included in it. How can you not like the Boganella?
Say you're in, you fucking fuck.
Don't have that gun around your kids. Why'd you get off on that side, Athena? If you didn't know, you can travel from the back side of that. I assume everyone figures that out on accident. Flacker against EOS? Yeah, that's what I use. I use a flacker and a nuke 'em. You just get a flacker and then double shot glitch your way.
To you, the naysayer. Evidently, this place became a regular ghost town when Dahl packed up and left after the crackening. But we just need to get to the power suit section and get things up and running again.
Double shot your way to victory.
Yeah, that's what I got. Oh my god! Get in! Get in! I love it! I ain't stopped yet. Yeah, that's what I got. Get in!
Oh, that was the last shot in the clip. Let's get them all.
See you,
Wow.
guys. I got you, Get in!
Talks. This place could have a serious talk infestation. Hope they've not destroyed any key systems in there. Still, you know how to handle yourself, which is something.
Thanks, Eric Armstrong.
Get a piece of me! Get him all up, yeah! Give him his fucking! Get that f***ing up, yeah!
Whoop.
Bloody boy! Bloody love it!
Oh, I shot a dead corpse.
Oh, damn me! Yeah, that's what I got! Oh my god! Get a piece of me! I'm bloody empty! Put another in me! Smash him! Nice!
Nice. Fucking right. Give me those. Give me that. A fragger? You mean the Fragnum? The 88 Fragnum?
Bloody love it! You bully, mate! My fucking gun! Bloody up! Get into him!
Maybe some kind of manual override.
Fun fact about the Fragnum is you don't actually want the double penetrating version of the Fragnum, unlike you do with the Unkempt Herald.
Perfect.
You actually want, I think, explicit one. I think it's either explicit or the one that gives you fire rate, because it's better DPS that way. Because it doesn't actually double the amount of projectiles with the Fragnum. It only adds like 3 extra ones, so it's not as worth it as just having higher fire rate, because the double penetrating version obviously has significantly reduced fire rate.
Plus, it looks like local scavs have set up shop. Push through here and find me a console to plug into so I can find out what's ahead. And kill me some bugs while you're at it.
Hard, that's what it is.
I'd forgotten how fun exploring new systems can be. Right then, past this building is the steam factory complex, and beyond that, the bot factory. It's a pretty straight.
Too bad you can only get it from grinding, if I remember right. I don't think it drops from anyone. I've never had it drop anyways. I've only ever gotten it from the grinder.
Congratulations, you're my latest victim.
This is way better than the talking shotgun in Borderlands 2.
Another jammed door. Well, maybe it'll open if you give it a good pull.
Yank me. If you never knew about this little secret chest. Ooh.
need to kill that.
Did anyone see that? Raising shield!
Don't know why I did that. I'm gonna die. I'm on 100% accuracy with Screen Shakorama.
It's sweet they called it that.
Almost zero juice running through this place, and the old turrets still work. That'll be me soon, won't it? A weapon. Again.
Shut up, you killed a man with a door a day ago. Dumbass Felicity. Damn robot. Nonsensical memory protocols. What the hell? This is on? Why is that on already? Why can I not turn? Oh my word.
This is the entrance to the Stingray facility. Could you get me access to that gate console? I meant that rhetorically. I mean, you need to.
No, I know.
We've got a problem. The security system's being all fighty and feisty, so...
I know how to double weapons, not just dupe them. So, dupe and double at the same time.
Fine, but for a military-grade AI, that was sloppy.
Turrets, so they only fire at talks. Should help a bit. I'll get this stubborn thing open. Hopefully.
Hey kids, how's it going down there? Having fun? Keeping things on track with the whole robot army plan?
We're a little behind schedule.
I'll see you soon.
That's probably a dumb thing to do.
Back and ready for action.
Oh my god, it's so hard to hit that tiny little thing.
This door's being a huge pain in my digital arse. There's a jump pad nearby I can activate. Let's use that to get in. It was probably put there by
Blowfly
scouts
is basically just a
like
hornet in this game, if I remember right. It has the same exact effect. Same exact multipliers on the damage too, where it's counted as grenade damage and splash damage.
Here goes nothing.
Charm. Looks like scouts have put up crude electric fields, presumably to keep out torps. Follow that cable. Let's see if we can shut it down.
Kiss of Death is way better. If you're trying to use your grenade just for utility and not for damage.
These cables must be connected to a master fuse box.
Four Seasons is better for DPS if you get good elemental RNG. Galvanic Devigorator. Compensated Factualizer. Hey, that's got a additional pellet count. That's not a Boganella. Compensated Factualizer. Shouldn't that be a redundant apparatus? It would be if it was Borderlands 2, right?
There's the master fuse box. Shutting it down should get us past this last electric field, though I suppose it'll probably shut down all the other fields as well. So eyes peeled for talks.
You too! There's no fight! I got you up! Am I too much fucking gun for you?
Not at all.
Fox! How do they get in? Oh, somebody everywhere!
Oh, yeah! What then, eh? Killer! See you around, you fucking fuck!
You fucking fuck.
You get the fucking lady boner! Shatter that enemy!
But that didn't stop me finding these repulsive scraps of humanity disgusting. Each one you kill's making the universe a cleaner place.
Talk about overkill.
It's sweet they called it that.
Snappy bazooka.
Driving me nuts. We get it. You captured our huge, scary laser. Gold star.
Hey, a different shield. I accidentally put that one on and it's actually decent for now until we get the supernova, which I've never had before, so enjoy it while it lasts.
control room just ahead of your current position. Any chance you could, you know, rescue me? The bloody scabs will eat me when they realise I'm not what I say I am.
Gladstone!
Yeah!
1 second, I need to be right back.
I love me Oz.
Alright. Sorry, Sketchboard. If you're still even here. I had a slight headache, and it was starting to get a little bit worse, so I wanted to take some ibuprofen.
See you around, mate.
Raising shield! Beast is not an option. Badass eliminated.
Oh, thanks so much. Feels like I've been trapped here forever. Come on over. I'll open up the door for you. I'll open the door. Am I glad to see you? Here I was doing some help yourself.
Shit, I missed Glenn's other head. Somewhere.
Scabs swept in about the company up bad when I persuaded them I'm a medic. I am a doctor, but more the Hyperion R&D type.
Jack, you know this guy?
I don't recognize him. Yeah, what's your name?
Sorry, bro.
I'm Gladstone Guitar, D Division. What brings you here? Oh, D Division. That's where they hide all the brainiacs who work on all the super secret awesome stuff, right? I work on experimental tech. The division greenlit me using the resources here. Why are you here? Well, Gladstone Guitar, I need to get back to Helios and retake the big-ass laser on it from a bunch of freaky-looking doll military types. And if we don't, the moon's gonna go boom and take half of Pandora with it. You know, the huge. Oh, man. I wondered what was going on. So, why are you here? Shouldn't you be somewhere more space stationy?
Jack wants to build a robot army driven by my AI, then retake Helios with it. I'm Felicity, by the way.
Oh. Gotcha. You're after my prototype. Well, it's not finished. What? No, we're here to build robots. What prototype are you talking about? Ah, right. I was working on an off-the-books project, creating a master bot capable of digistructing an almost unlimited supply of other bots. My prototype's almost done, but the scavs stopped me from installing some key parts. Besides, I wouldn't want something that powerful to fall into their grimy hands. This guy right here. Tell me more. Yeah, bro. We'll just need to finish putting the hardware together. After that, install a military-grade AI and pow! It should pump out combat-ready loaders.
Damn it.
Way ahead of you, man. What do you think old Felicity's here for?
What? You want me inside some kind of constructor bot? That's not what I had in mind.
Ooh, constructor. I like it. Nice. So, tech dude, this prototype can digistruct combat loaders, right? Because, to be honest, those power suits seem kind of lame. Yeah, totally. But first, you'll need to finish putting together the prototype. You'll need to get access to the main bot factory itself through the transportation gate. I'll monitor the systems from here. All right. Go Team Robot Army.
Do I not get a say in this?
Sure, yeah, whatever makes you happy. Just make my loaders
I think it's in the earlier part of the levels, and I
last guy who
completely
double-crossed
missed
me has got nothing but a bunch of bullet holes and a stupid look on his face. Get me? Why would I cross you, bro? You're trying to save the moon, and you seem like a stand-up guy. Plus, you're about to help me complete my life's work.
It's in one of those cases that I was just opening. I know it can spawn in there, and it can spawn where Gladstone is, but I don't know where the other spawn locations are. I have no idea. Because they wouldn't put in a place where it can fly off the ledge. Because it flies out of the container that it's in. Because there's a head in the container that it's in. Hi, Max McGinnis. Good name. It has E-Tech parts on it. Wow.
That's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I like it. It looks cool. Oh. Well, I'm a femme fatale. That's close enough, right? Can I get a legendary now, too?
The scavs chewed them up pretty quick. I wonder if that's what happened to them. Anyway. On my own. I knew they'd send a rescue party though. Never stopped hoping.
Yeah, Hyperion didn't send us. I did.
But you're Hyperion. Oh, bruv. They're the coolest company. Best 3 years of my life. Would never want to work for anyone else. You picked a winner here, Felicity.
I don't want to count talks before they're hatched, but you know what? I think you're right.
I feel like Hyperions in this game shoot so slow. I feel like I sound like I'm drunk when I'm not. I just have a list. Trust me.
That's where I was working on my prototype before the scavs showed up and claimed the place.
Really pissing me off.
Oh, I actually absorbed a bullet with this crappy absorb shield. Amazing. Amazing.
Look at them go! Maybe you scared them off with your extremely scary vault under us. Apparently not. They've got a dial power soon. Sorry, brother.
Am I too much fucking gun for you?
Chill out.
You in the gun in the ass and the fucking...
The compound loader's gonna be way more kick-ass. Speaking of which, how's that going?
Level 16.
My skills.
You gotta get lucky. That's all I can say, man. I've never had a sham in this game.
So, this is the birth canal of my new robot army, huh?
Yeah, this is where I was doing most of my work before the scavs came and forced me to be their medic. We'll need to clear the area of them.
I just have a basic white absorb shield on. 9%. It absorbs. Very rarely.
Did anyone see that? Challenge. It's sweet they call it that.
And stick it in! What's that?
Stick it in. I think I enjoy it too much.
I need another! Give him a smack it!
I'm back. Freeze! Yeah!
I don't know about this place. Kind of looks like a junkyard. You sure we can build something badass up in here?
Of course, bro. The scavs make it look way worse than it is. First thing we need to do is restore the main power. Head over to the breaker room and see what's what.
Hey, look, it's higher percent. It's way worse of a shield, though. Same gun, just different parts.
Locked up. Let's see if we can get you in through the window. Let me see if I can get the cover down.
Hey, Dog Hunter! Piss off!
These guys are rude. Looks like scavs have barricaded themselves inside.
Those guys are
That
rude.
security glass is vulnerable to cold. Reckon you should freeze and smash.
Yeah! Whoa, shrinking, shrinking!
Cool off.
hiding.
The main breaker should be in this room. Just flip it on. Oh, sorry, that electrified the water. At least this place has power now.
That, good people, is the sound of progress. One step closer to saving the world.
Okay, let's get down to serious business now. The first thing we need to do is complete the eye part. That's the really clever bit. I already have the process set up, but we'll need the material from a few of the security bots. I was never able to get them myself.
Well, let me guess. All brains, no balls.
Yeah, something like that. The little buggers pack quite a punch. Head back to the security office that looks over the main room and call them in. Of course, that might attract more scavs too, so be prepared.
A tough decision.
Thanks, Dan. You'll need to destroy them in order to get their eyes.
Now it's time to scoop. Damn it. Damn it, the skook is the worst. No. I got scooped. You want to get skookumed. The Adventures of Skooks. See. It's a skook. Skookum. However you want to say it.
See you around, you f***ing...
It's my favorite variant of a Jacob sniper rifle. If you get a glitch skookum, oh my god, it's so good. It's almost as good as a skull masher.
Wow. Annihilated.
Great. That's the stuff. Get the rest.
That's a lot of stuff.
The reason why is because it can fire so fast, and if you're jacked, you can get like 30 shots out of it without magazine size increase. And you can just spam random crits at things. No, I'm not on Xbox, sadly. I'm on PlayStation 4. A lot of people are on Xbox. A skull masher, yeah. At least it's easier to get in this game than it is in that game. Jesus Christ. I've only ever gotten one Skull Masher ever, and it's like level 18. I think I showed it to you on my stream, if I remember right. I showed someone my Skull Masher. I don't know.
Okay, just place the pieces in that converter over there. It'll melt down the raw materials and form the prototype eye.
An eye converter? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Why the hell would they make an eye converter?
They didn't make it. I did. I was here for a long time preparing this lab for my prototype. This is highly sensitive experimental technology.
Really? Because it looks like a toaster.
Here it goes. All my hard work finally paying off. We're seeing history in the making.
In Borderlands 2?
Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, now pick it up.
My friend has one at like a bunch of different levels.
Okay.
I was like, how many times have you killed Doc Mercy, dude?
Flip that latch and the cage should open.
Is this what we're building?
I was so close to finishing this when the scabs arrived. It'll pump out a lot of robots, enough to make the difference against Dahl or whatever they are.
Oh, it's, looks kind of like a dumpster.
I am constructor.
Hey, no offense.
Reporting for duty.
This constructor will be able to digistrut highly complex
Never mind,
machines
I am no
at an
longer constructor.
unsurpassed rate. Now that's done, we need to mount the torso onto the crane system. Oh, bruv, this is really happening. It's working. My old professor said I'd never amount to anything, but she was wrong. And now look at me.
Want me inside that thing? I've been wondering
Going
about
for a
this
ride.
installation. You know, you could just copy me. It takes a little longer, but it's the same thing, and I'd find it much less terrifying.
Exactly how much less terrifying?
It's the difference between brain surgery and being scanned.
Let me think about it.
That's good. That's good. Now we need to attach the turrets, then the legs.
This is where you can farm some serious XP. If for whatever reason you want to beef up at this part of the game. Like right now I want to use my supernova. So.
I can help prepare the targeting systems.
Oh, that's okay, thanks. I've got a fast way to do that.
Stings like vinegar.
Then let the turrets work their magic. Not thirsty, are you? The turrets need to get the kills they need.
Steamed and boiled.
Don't kill the scabs. The turrets need to finish them off, or they won't calibrate.
But I need to become the no-scope pro MLG master, dude. You guys can no longer escape this domain.
It's now at 50% accuracy. Get in there. I'll celebrate.
Get behind me!
I want it.
Talk about overkill. I'm invincible.
See how that skookum? That skook action?
There's no coming back from that.
When you get scooped. See, and when you stand this far away, They don't spawn out of that far backwards one. Only the badasses will spawn. So you can just sit here and kill these guys until your game crashes if you want.
Done and dusted. Enjoy that. Took out a badass. Impressive.
Just look at all this stuff. It's so good.
Are out of here.
Just real quick, need to go over here.
You can always trust the gun at your side.
My training helped there.
Oh my god, there's too many particle effects.
Almost finished. Just a few more readings to go.
Cracked one badass. Oh, shit. Wow, annihilated.
I already did a Jack playthrough. That was the first character I did. Oh my word. Thanks. I just sniped your boy over here. Nope. He's gonna... Alright, now we go big. Don't have anything else? Yeah. I picked up a lot of shit.
So much to learn.
Sorry if that was delayed. I wasn't paying attention like I should be. rocket torpedo. I don't have a machine gun. So better than nothing. Nice. You did it. I did do that. There you go.
Job done. I'll get these to the main area. Return there too.
Challenge? It's sweet they called it that.
Too many corpses get on the ground. It gets pretty bad. So it's not even that the frame rate dies. The game just crashes. These remind me of the TDRs from the first game. They're like thumpers. Because they slowed them down so much in this game compared to the other game. Damn. Got too many things. I should probably send this elevator down this time.
Feels like mercenary day.
So this is going to be my new home, huh? Not sure I want to move in.
Right. The legs are in the other lab. They're still attached to an experimental version of the Dahl power suit. So you'll need to separate them and get them into the crane system.
I need another cryo Oz kit. I don't even care what the bonuses are, I just want it to be cryo damage. No, there isn't. The closest thing to that in this game is called, what the fuck is it called? I had it on my jack as well. The rerouter. You get it from Shadow Trap.
How about I take over the power suit, then walk the legs to where they can be assembled? Wouldn't that be easier?
If I remember correctly. You might want to look that up though.
Think of that. It'll be a nice warm-up for you.
have 190 moonstone at level 17. What the actual fuck? This game is crazy with that shit compared to Borderlands 2. I feel like I don't even get a quarter of this in Iridium. It's called the rerouter. I don't know if you already heard what I said. Rerouter, and I think it's from Shadow Trap. He can also drop the laser discer, which is one of my favorite weapons in that game. Just because it does additional damage to airborne targets, and it has a really weird...
Okay, plug me in.
Sorry. Earpiece fell out of my ear. But it has a really, like...
This body feels strange.
Weird but consistent projectile that I'm sort of used to because I used to play Tribes a lot.
This is the worst.
Alright, let's see what you can do.
And for whatever reason, I can hit like 75% of my like air shots with that gun. I can't land them with normal bullets though. But it's great because it deals additional damage to airborne targets. It actually can deal a significant amount of damage. But the rerouter actually isn't that good. It's just the only good amp shield that's a legendary. They don't have a B shield. The thing that you do want in this game that is like a B shield though, that you want on every character sort of thing, is called the Eddie Oz kit. Or the like 3DD1E or whatever it's called. When I get to level 27 on this character, I'm gonna go find which character I have my level 27 one on and give it to this one. I think my Nisha has it, if I remember right.
Not bad, Buttercup. You turned all those scabs into puddles.
I did, didn't I? Everything's lost like tears in a puddle.
I don't have a good enough computer to stream it, dude. So...
Just attack me on sight.
I would,
Don't humans ever try talking to each other?
I couldn't stream it if that was the case, so I wouldn't be able to share it anyways.
Sorry.
Plus, I suck at shit like that. I don't suck at the gun part, I just suck at the survival aspect. I'll die to something fucking stupid, like I do in every video game ever.
Okay, I'm ready to detonate. Stand back. Perfect, Felicity. Vault Hunter, can you use the controls to lower the torso onto the legs?
Yeah, this is gonna get awesome. Got awesome.
It's a brute, isn't it?
Construction's complete, finally! The shell just needs to go through testing in the diagnostics chamber. We'll be able to install the AI core Felicity there.
Damn it. I really wanted to go with it. It doesn't let you go through this one for whatever reason.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
I don't like killing either, babe.
Holy shit, that is a supernova.
That's a lot of stuff.
I should be using stuff that helps recharge the shield.
Head into that office and use the controls to get next to
It also helps me do more damage, but you don't really need that much more damage. Oh my god.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Okay, looks like the prototype is on its way to the testing chamber. Head on over there so we can install our AI.
Okie dokie, tickety tock, let's do this.
Like I said, when more good RPGs come out, I'll definitely play them. I mean, at least if they're on PS4.
Couple of days at the absolute most.
Too long. Zarpedon will have popped the moon like a zit by then. Look, I'm really sorry, kiddo. This is the only way. Vault Hunter, do it.
Sorry, Felicity. The moon can't wait.
Could do another Bloodborne playthrough. That'd be the third one on this channel, and it'll probably be the saltiest one. Tastes great. Return of the Sodium God.
No, please.
Military stuff. Anything that can help us in a fight. Trash the rest. Felicity, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can see my Aspen. What a great cutscene.
That's what you'll get.
Heads up.
What? She's still in there? Look, we need that thing intact. Disable it, but don't destroy it.
I trusted you.
I should probably save that shitty white corrosive gun.
Raising shield.
Your actions have been noted, Hunter.
Yep, those work. Those are working.
Defensive posture.
Holy fucking shit, what the fucking dicks? What the fuck?
Congratulations on dying for Tom. There's no
I'm playing this game because I don't have to fund.
Firing enemy zone.
Get ready!
Activating aerial protection.
Please, no.
I'm out of
You're
ammo.
such a goddess.
This isn't me.
Freeze!
I wasn't built for this. Charging laser attack.
Nothing can get through my shield.
Little skill detected. Bastards! Bastards all!
It's good. Now disabling.
That will stop me. You're all just scavs to me now. Now I reach my true potential.
She was glitched out.
Give me a full memory reboot. I want that thing sane, and I want it badass. Sir, yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this broad go. Okay, that's cool, but why are they attacking us? Gladstone?
Bastards all!
I'm trying, but the AI is fighting me. We'll have to fully disable it before I can gain control.
Actions have been noted, Vault Hunter.
Anyone got ammo?
Just leave me.
You cannot harm me!
Warning, Vault Hunter skill detected.
Badass coming this way! Badass!
What? Do I have to restart? God damn it.
Don't make me some friggin' robots.
Full construction.
No, they're gonna steal my good loot. Don't you dare.
Okay, not bad, but you know what? Appearances do matter. You need a little more. Je ne sais quoi. Let's go with Hyperion Yellow. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome.
Should I go ahead and start creating more?
Yeah, you bet your ass. You know what? Come to think of it, other stuff needs a kick in the pants too. We get that
That's super,
down.
like, gut dropping to
Also
walk
the
over.
names and colors for Hyperion weapons. Alright, I think we're good to go. Come back to Moxie's, we'll get you geared up and ready for the big fight.
Yay! Oh, cool. SMG stuff. So, in an atmosphere, I get laser damage. If you didn't know, those little combat loaders that walk around, they'll actually pick up guns on the ground. And if a good gun drops, they don't care. They'll pick it up and then it turns into just some shitty stock gun. Just be warned, don't leave loot on the ground after this fight. Any good loot, anyways.
That's quality loot.
Bunch of crap. I would grind it, but I don't have the grinder unlocked, so I'm just gonna sell most of it. Because none of them are elemental. I need fire or electricity. I wish it worked with corrosion as well. Like acid rain. I call that corroding.
it gets fun.
I stashed some loot away for a special occasion. Guess this qualifies. Help yourselves.
Oh, Miss Moxie's probe. Not a probe. I always call it that, even though it's not the probe. It's the Vibrapulse. It's actually a great gun. You just have to turn your vibration off on your controller. And of course, it gave me a corrosive kiss of death. Garbo. That's a super fast slammer.
Alright, here we go, everybody. Jamming signals down. We've got a robot army, and it's time to get back to Helios and turn off that death laser.
Roland and I will head up with you guys and provide support. And I'll be cheering you on from the cozy confines of this cantina.
I don't know how hairy things have gotten up there, so be prepared for anything. Let's go. We'll fast travel up there first. You follow behind.
If we don't shut that laser down soon, we can kiss this whole moon goodbye.
Get in there! Pop more in there!
Inside, kiddo.
What she said.
Let's be heroes.
What, with the flacker? What character are you using? Oh, right, you said Jack earlier.
Where is everybody?
Well, I was planning
We're on the
on
other side of Helios.
stopping my stream soon, but there is one thing I wanted to do. And that's... I wanted to see what the stuff I had last equipped on my Jack was. 'Cause I haven't played him in a while. Styling as always. I was killing Iwo Jira. Right. And I have a flacker, and of course...
The other manufacturers ain't so bad.
Skook 'em. See? Skook. See, that's the Ozkit right there. I have a Quasar. E equals MC, oh my god, slash what the fuck. Oh yeah, I forgot I got the bear again. This is the build. Like I said, you can go into everything. And this is the class mod you want. It can be any level. You just want it to give 6 to absolute advantage. Down here.
Oh, you're all so pretty.
Here, let's just go kill some enemies real quick. Look at how many buffs I have above my experience bar.
Other Jack. Yeah, I got a badass of my own. Leadership. Doing Jack proud. Hey, you stay right there, mister. Here, asshole. You don't know my name. Oh, we did it, folks. Yeah, we did it.
How do you get what gun?
Reverse engineering. Yeah, I got a badass of my own. Leadership. You don't know my name. Oh, we did it, folks. Yeah, we did it. And the world just got 25% more handsome. Yeah, that's right. It's a badass Jack. Well done, suckers.
This is why that infinite ammo thing is so good. This is just a normal Hyperion quad. It's not even a good one. It's not practicable or anything like that with additional pellet count. It's just a normal glitch Hyperion quad. It's all about this skill right here. This is the thing that a lot of people have the hardest thing grasping on this character, is that skill makes the biggest difference. Out of anything, that makes the biggest difference.
Good looks incoming. Your sacrifice is appreciated. One down, one up.
That, and it's like you always want to make sure you have a Malin gun equipped.
You get it? Congratulations. Your sacrifice is appreciated. And the world just got 25% more handsome. Leadership! Oh, it's good to be red.
Malin gun of different types. Either that or a Torg, because Torg will add explosive damage. There are certain things that you need to combine, because that's what this allows you to do. Is it allows you to transfer whatever damage type as elemental damage.
You don't know my name.
Here, I'll go kill some human mobs. Because Kragans are easy pickings. It's actually better against humans. It's all about that bullet span. I want to get my first kill. And we're off.
Feeling the chill. Running back up. Leadership. One down, one up. 5% more handsome. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Leadership, your sacrifice is appreciated. Suckers! Welcome to the button zone!
This is why the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode of this game is a lot different than the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode of Borderlands 2. If you put this character right here in Borderlands 2, it'd be stronger than any of the other characters. This would be on par with Salvador levels of glitch.
Let's not do that again. Let's get ugly.
Damn it. On the cannon is an explosive sniper rifle. Here, now I'll show you the power of the Skook. The Skookum's Skull Smasher on Jack with this type of build. And we're going to do it against Deadlift. You ready to see some skookin'? That skookin' that keeps on cooking.
My name isn't Bucephalus Deadlift McElroy.
Charging up!
The block! Yeah, that's right. It's a badass guy.
Do it.
Leadership! You don't
There we
know
go.
my name.
I need some of my jacks to die.
We did it, folks. Yeah, we did it.
Whoa, where am I going?
Potion time! Good minion!
A Vanderdrop.
You're promoted! Leadership! Your sacrifice is appreciated. Yeah, that's right. It's a badass Jack. Good minion!
You just keep firing the bullets. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking joking me right now? Oh my god. I'm not even playing as... I was just doing this at the end as a joke. Sort of thing. And we get a fucking Maggie. A dastardly Maggie. Wow. Oh my god. Of course. Can't get shit in Borderlands 2, but free sequel always gives me random bullshit like that. Well, now we have to use it for a little bit. It's a Maggie.
Give me back up.
The best.
Not taking an ice
Now
bar,
everything
not
is dead. Now we have a machine gun Jacobs that shoots 6 bullets a shot.
You're promoted. Good, minion. One down, one up. Good, minion. Even better than the real Jack. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Got 25% more hands. Well done, suckers. Who needs a hero?
Why? What are you doing?
Good kill, Other Jack. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Who needs a hero?
People always scare me when they come in and say stuff like that.
Well done, suckers.
Oh, I don't even care about the fight, so. I thought there was going to be something much worse than that. But I don't give a fuck about the fight, man. I'm one of the few people who is still a human being. I just got a Maggie, so.
That guy pops the call.
But yeah, wow.
1%, suckers.
That was great.
Double up. Yeah, I'm gonna badass my own. Leadership. One down, one out. You don't know my name. Oh, we did it, folks. Yeah, we did it. Thanks, Other Jack. Well, Jack, suckers. Your sacrifice is appreciated.
Someone's gonna do that eventually one day, I just realized. Someone's gonna mod it and make it so that you can use the pre-sequel characters and other stuff cross games. Someone's gonna figure out how to do it and make it work.
Oh, God, suckers. That's right. It's a badass Jack.
If someone ever does,
You're
anyway.
promoted.
It would be pretty crazy.
That's
It
right.
shouldn't be too
It's a
hard, I
badass
would
Jack.
imagine. The engines can't be that different. It's more so just about creating a way to access the files and how they'd work. Because there are certain things that aren't quite the same about the games, that sort of rely on the game. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. I think that's crazy that we got a Maggie. That's nuts. Well, until next time, everyone. Peace out. And have good luck farming. If that's what you like to do.